And we are also joined at the analyst desk by Jacob Malktoft Andersen and Martin Mart Munson, manager and head coach for the Elements organization, respectively. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
It's very nice to have you guys here, obviously, in light of the recent changes in Elements. First question for you guys is, why was it Wickd that you identified as the link you had to replace on that team?
The way this team was going was oftenly downwards. So, I mean, ultimately we had to make a change because this team is built for championships, and being 4-4 now is not where we wanted to be. And we were just coming to a point where we had too many opinions in the team, and then we just looked at who we thought was just too many opinions and too little, no mind, just playing. And then it was Mike,
Jacob, can you expand a little bit on how the rest of the team may have felt some of the opinions and the feelings? Because why was it Wickd that was singled out more so? We've actually heard Reckless being a little outspoken, saying it wasn't the mindset of the team. Wickd in his AMA yesterday said similar things. So can you expand on why him and what the rest of the team is also feeling?
Yeah, I mean, as Mart was saying, it definitely stems from the fact that we had too many opinions on the team as well. We've been here before. Last year we had an even worse start than we do this time around. So it's really not too new to the team. But I think there was just, too many shifts. And in this particular case, Mike is a very opinionated and many times stubborn in his mindset. And we needed to go one direction with the team. And he was just the unlucky candidate.
Yeah, you guys identify mindset as one of the big problems coming into that lineup, something that was echoed a lot from Reckless, from Frog, and from Wickd as well, as a passive play style. You've brought in Kevin now, who isn't that much of a leap from Wickd in terms of play style, in terms of champion pool. How do you think that it will change the way the team plays in this environment, a very aggressive EULCS environment, Mart?
Well, to be honest, Kevin has an unfair reputation as maybe passive. I don't think he is. I think he will change his mindset only on what the game requires. So if the game requires him being passive, he'll play passive. If it requires him being aggressive, he'll be aggressive. So this kind of thing where he just has a passive reputation and now we have to bring in an aggressive player to counteract all these passive personalities I think is kind of people just creating their own scenarios and making it a reality. So I'm not worried about Kevin's quote-unquote passiveness.
That, and we had to shake things up somehow. Yeah. And Kevin brings in a lot of positive energy. He's really always positive. He's great at shaking the team up and making them, instead of sitting and frowning after maybe if we lost a scrim, he'll be like, okay, let's analyze what went wrong here and actually just try to cheer people up. And that's a great attitude in a player, and definitely something we could need after having 3 losses in a row.
That's actually very interesting to hear. Mart, I've got a question for yourself. You touched on Kevin's ability to be diverse and saying it's a bit unfair, the reputation he's got. How long have you been practicing with Kevin? How long has he been a plan? And also, how permanent is this roster swap? Is this what you're looking as the magic fix-all, or is there the potential for more changes?
I mean, hopefully it's the magic fix-all. We don't make a roster change hoping it'll go wrong. So in that regard, yes, it's hopefully the magical fix. We played with him since Sunday. Last week, and so far the scrims have been going well, and like Jacob said, the energy level has up, and that was really what we were looking for as well for us.
Jacob, can I just follow up on that question? We know Mart, coach, you're looking in the owner position. How do you two interact when you make a roster decision? Who has more decision-making power in that regard?
I think we all do, the team as well. We have a lot of one-on-ones with all the guys we've had throughout this split, especially last year. I wasn't in Cologne as much, and there was no designated coach at all times. We had Jordan, but this year, with the new LCS regulations and every team having a dedicated coach, and luckily I live in Berlin, so it was much easier for me to interact with the team. But it's definitely something that we do with everyone's consent. It's not just Martin, it's not just me, it's definitely something that the players are on board with. And with Kevin, it was a very obvious choice. We've been considering him since October 2013. It was if Wickd hadn't joined the team, Kevin would have. So he's sort of, been just sitting in the back seat waiting to
jump in the front seat.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of more things. I heard you saying this is a team that's built for champions. Has that vision changed when you've come into the season and seen how competitive everything has gotten?
No, if anything, it should motivate the guys, and that's why we get so depressed and stuff by losses, because we are champions. We won last year, and we expect nothing else from ourselves. So I think it's just mindset, and there was a lot of pent up aggression, I think, as well, from years of playing together and all this stuff. And it's just getting some new fresh air in the team is also good, because you tend to get caught in your own ways when things goes wrong. So, and Kevin is a really vocal leader as well, so that's very good for us team. So.
Well, that's good to hear. I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I know there's a lot of fans out there rooting for Elements. I want to step back and just talk about the big game of today and get your opinions as an opponent. Let's talk about SK versus Fnatic. It's the big matchup that could determine the top of the table. What do you guys think of both of the teams, and who do you think has the edge as the sort of unbiased third party, so to speak?
I think it's a clash of styles, really. I think SK plays one certain style, and I think maybe they're just looking to be punished by a team. And I actually think that Fnatic is the same way. So it's really just which style comes out on top today, and which player hits the form.
So which team do come out on top?
I'm gonna go with Fnatic.
All right, Jacob.
Okay, well, I'll go with SK, because the way they played against us in particular, when we were still, we still had something going for us before last week's very disappointing results. I felt SK had such magnificent objective control and timing on their play, something we haven't really seen much of in EU throughout time at all. So the way they're playing, it just seems more perfected than the way Fnatic is doing. And while Martin is right that Fnatic has a very set play style that they execute to near perfection, I don't think it's as good as the players on SK. And I think Sven Skjern is going to be, as always, the standout performer on that team.
A key factor. Well, we'll see in that match. But thank you guys very much, and good luck in your matchup today versus Giants in the second one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, now turning to our first match of the day, let's send it over to the caster desk for a look at the teams.